Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about how I build a diet physique at home without eating like a bodybuilder in 90 days using my specific method, the stay home jacked method. Let's get right into the video. I know that it may seem like it's too beautiful to see, right? It seems like I just have good genetics and you don't really believe me. Here's the truth. I never once stepped in the gym, right? And I used to look like this when I first started making videos, right? And here is one of my clients that actually helped as well. He had bad genetics. He's skinny. It always been hard for him to gain weight. Look at him now that he implemented my method. So I know that it seems like a little over the top. It seems like it's impossible, but you can make it happen for yourself too, right? Even if you don't believe me. And the shocking thing is, I never once stepped in the gym. I never had like a dirty bulk where you see all these guys eating a bunch of food to gain more weight. Never had that. And I always enjoyed the food that I in my diet. I always enjoyed it. Okay. And this video, if you're somebody that is looking to build muscle quickly without while maintaining a lean physique, this video is definitely for you. If you're looking to master your body weight, this is for you. If you're looking to eat the food that you enjoy while still getting your dream physique at the same time, this is definitely for you. But this video is not for you if you're expecting the transformation overnight. It's definitely not for you. And if you're satisfied with blaming your metabolism, blaming your genetics on why you're still not seeing results, this is definitely not for you. And if you're okay with people automatically disrespecting you and not taking you seriously because of your physique, because you're super skinny, this is lazy. This is definitely not for you. If you're okay and you think that you're not meant for more and you're okay with just being average, this is not for you, bro. Now, here's the truth. You can actually get jacked at home without eating like a bodybuilder. However, most of you guys aren't capable of it because you don't understand how to eat the food that you enjoy without killing your gains, train effectively to build muscle at home, and discipline yourself to become achievers, right? But don't worry, I'm not going to let this hold you back. Matter of fact, there's like I told you, there's no such thing as bad genetics or fat metabolism. Like I showed you right there, this is my client. He used to be very skinny. We still managed to help him put on weight. It's not just about genetics. And you can actually get jacked with having a fat metabolism or bad genetics. You can still build more muscle. And if you want to be that person that you want to be, right, that jacked version of yourself, I will show you exactly how you can build muscle while training at home, how to eat the food that you love without getting fat, and how to become the most disciplined version of yourself. Let's get right into the video. And in case you don't know me, right, here's a quick brief story about me. And this is a little picture of me when I was around 13, 14 years old. I've always been doing push-ups when I was younger. I always been a little bit into fitness. I used to play basketball a lot. So I wanted to do something that will help me build muscle, but without hurting my athleticism, right? You get what I'm saying? I always had decent genetics. Even if you see the picture right there, I wasn't really super skinny. I always had like decent genetics, I would say, right? I always been working out a lot, but I never knew how to get my physique to the next level, right? I tried eating like a bodybuilder. I tried training like a bodybuilder. It never really felt good for me. And I always felt loaded after eating a lot. I always felt very slow in my day and I didn't enjoy it, right? I wrote shred, but it's jacked. Oh, let me correct that. Yeah. The stay home jacked method is the system that I created and I built through trial and error. And I researched what actually builds muscle, tested it all out on myself until I refined it on what truly works without a gym, without strict diets, without wasting time, right? And now I've decided to break it all down, all the systems that help me go from this to this for you completely for free. In the following steps, I'm going to show you the entire process, A to Z, on what I did to accomplish these results so that you can use the stay home jacked method to get jacked at home while eating the food that you enjoy. Okay. So here is exactly how to implement the home workouts in the stay home jack method. The first thing is going to be analyzing your current habits. The next is going to be creating your new habits and then sharpen the process, right? Analyzing your current habits is to really see what currently are you doing on your diet, on your training? What do you do currently that we need to see and we need to make change, right? And from that, we're going to create your new habits based on the habits that you already have, right? So that it's going to work perfectly based on the things that you already do. So if, for example, you enjoy eating eggs in the morning, we're going to keep that, for example, right? I will talk to you guys a little more about that. And then we're going to sharpen the process and perfecting your mindset so that you actually become jacked for longevity. Not just like you become jacked for the next 3 months and you lose all the momentum and you actually get back fat. I've seen a lot of guys that get jacked, but after it was so hard, the diet was so strict that they get back and now they'll get back to being skinny again or get back to being fat. I don't want that to happen to you. Okay, so now let me show you each phase that will get you jacked at home while eating the food that you enjoy. Each single phase. Let's get it. Okay, the first thing, like I told you, analyzing the current habits. Okay, let's do that. So your current diet. What we're going to do is actually find out what you eat daily. What do you eat daily? Okay, what do you eat on a daily basis? Right? What are the habits that are ruining your gains? So if, for example, you love eating McDonald's, we have to cut that. We have to cut that. But we need to understand, okay, you know what? I love eating McDonald's. That's something that I love. So that's why you have to be truthful to yourself and truthful to the things that you do on a weekly and daily basis, right? Because if you know exactly, you know what, at that time, specifically in the day, I really feel like eating McDonald's. So now you prepared. When that time comes, you know that you want to eat that McDonald's. What can you do instead, right? Because you already know it's coming, right? Now you prepared. You have to prepare, and then what do you eat? When do you eat? Yeah, when do you eat? Do you eat breakfast? Do you eat lunch? Do you eat dinner? When do you usually eat? Right? You need to find that out. Also, how many times a week are you eating out? How many times are you going to the restaurant with your girlfriend, with family, whatever it may be, right? And how much processed food do you eat daily? That's very important, right? And we need to know all these things because based on it, that's how you're going to move in and create your new habits. Because what people used to do and what I did that didn't work for me is that I came in and I would have a strict diet, right? I'll tell myself, okay, cut out the sugar, cut out this, cut out everything, fuck everything, bro. You have to look at your current diet and use it. And that's why I always want guys to analyze the current diet. That's what I did. That's what worked for me, right? Having a strict diet is only going to make it 10 times harder. It made it 10 times harder for me, right? I'm not saying you can eat all the processed food that you want, but there's a way to go about it. And the first step, like I told you, analyze every single diet, every single food that you eat on a daily basis. And based on that, we're going to create new habits. Okay, now we want to analyze your training as well. Okay, so how much do you train in a weekly basis? Do you even train? Do you train? If you don't, you need to start training, obviously, right? How frequently do you train if you train? Do you train 2 times a week, 4 times a week, 6 times a week, every single day, right? Because I've seen guys, they train every single day, but they still don't see results, right? So it's also about how to train. How do you train? What do you do? It's very specific. It really depends on your case, right? But for me, it was like, okay, I was training every single day, but I was still looking like, let me show you. Let's get back real quick. I was still looking like this right there, but I was training every single day. So it's like, what's going on? There's something going on, right? So I was training every single day. So what exercise do you do? What intensity do you use, right? Do you like train till you sore? You train a little bit? How, what intensity is it, right? Do you enjoy your training? That's something that is very important as well, right? Because me, I never enjoyed, like I told you, I never enjoyed like training purely like a bodybuilder. I've always wanted to like train with push-ups, right? Get better at push-ups, one-arm push-ups, stuff like that. I always enjoyed it. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to put this in my workouts and I started to enjoy the training as well. So it's important for you guys to create something, not just for right now, the goals that you have, but also for the long term, right? I know that for the long term, I'm definitely going to keep on using my body weight for my workouts because I love it. I'll just keep on loving it, keep getting better using my body weight. That's why I really created body weight workouts and the body weight movement so that you get better using your body weight because it's something that I enjoy and I know I'm going to keep on enjoying it. So therefore, I will keep on training for the rest of my life because I enjoy it. I enjoy my trains. I enjoy my workouts. Right. You need to think also for longevity. But we're going to talk a little more a little bit more about that later. Okay. Now, the next phase is creating your new habits. Okay. Based on the food that you like, you have to define the exact goal that you want. Because most of you guys come, you don't really have a specific goal, you're just out there doing things without a goal in your head, right? And if you don't have a goal, you don't have a way to go. You don't have the vision, right? If you don't see anything, it's not clearly where you're going, not going anywhere, right? And we don't want that to happen. You need to be like, okay, you know what? I want to build 5 pounds. I want to lose 5 pounds. No matter what it is, have a specific goal in your head. Every time that you go in the training, every time that you're eating, every single day, right? Then you need to define. You need to define what food that you eat that is processed. So if you love eating, let's say donuts, you need to understand this is high processed food. I need to stop eating it, right? You need to stop eating that processed food, right? And most of the time, you guys don't understand that the food that you enjoy is not dull, it's bad because it's processed. Let me give you an example, right? It's okay to eat a burger, but eating the McDonald's burger is bad. If you make your own burger, that's okay because you're making your own. You know exactly what the ingredients are. You can use healthy ingredients. It's going to taste good and it's still going to help you achieve the results that you want to achieve. Does that make sense? So you guys really, I see a lot of guys talking about you have to stop completely eating burgers. No, just make your own burgers at home. Literally that simple. You're still going to see results, right? I had a client of mine, he loved eating. There's a famous dish in Quebec. It's called poutine. And I told him, bro, you don't have to cut it out. You can still eat it, right? And if you guys want to look it up, the food is very, in poutine, there is a lot of fat in that food, honestly, right? So he makes his own version at home with less fat so that he can still see results, still lose weight, still get the physique that he actually wants. So you don't have to necessarily cut out all the food that you're eating. You have to cut out the food that you're eating that are processed. And if you really enjoy them, make the healthy version, right? Make the healthy version, make the high protein version. And for that, if you want me to make a specific video about how you can use the food, right, that you want and make it high in protein and make it healthy, actually, if you really want that, I'm going to give you a good resource at the end of the video. All right, I got you. Don't worry about that. Okay. Then we need to create your new training, right? And also, I think I'm forgot to mention something, right? When you do take off all the processed food, that's when you can actually create your new meal plan. And that new diet is going to be based off the food that you enjoy. So you're not going to cut out all the food that you enjoy to make your own version. It's going to be a little bit harder because you're making the food, but I promise you, you're going to enjoy the diet. You're going to love it. And at the same time, you're still going to see results because it's high in protein and it's healthy for you. You know it's good for you. You made it yourself. All right. Now your new training. For the training as well, 100%, you have to define a good goal, right? That's the same thing with the diet. If you don't have a goal, you're just out there not going anywhere. You need a specific goal. And based on your goals, you have to create 4 workouts every single week to help you achieve that goal at home, right? And what most guys tends to do, they just use a bunch of workouts they find on the internet. It's not going to work, right? It's based off you, based on the goals that you want, right? And if you want me to create that for you, I'll put you resources on diet and training at the end of the video so that it's actually helpful for you as well. But what worked for me is just taking, you know what, okay, I'm going to work out on purely on my push-ups today. Okay, now today we're going to do squats. Now today we're going to do, okay, what's going on? This thing is laggy. Okay, I don't know why it was lagging. Anyway, yeah, based on what I was saying is, okay, today I'm going to focus on push-ups, right? And then the next day I will focus purely on squats, right? I will do jump squats, normal squats, lunges, really focus on my legs. Then another day I will focus on abs. That's already 3 workouts. And then another day I will do again mix of push-ups with dips. That's when I know I train every single part of my body. I'm good for that week, right? So that's what I do personally. But it doesn't mean that's going to work directly like this for you. But you still have to create your workouts and stick to them. 4 workouts that you stick to every single week. And you have to train with intensity, right? And you have to also progress over time. Because I see a lot of guys, they train a lot. They train every single day. But they're not progressing. This week you can do 5 push-ups. Why cannot you do 10 push-ups next week? Because you're not training till failure. You have to train, you have to go past your limits, even when you don't feel like it, bro. You have to really push it through. That's when you see the most results. When you don't feel like it and you tell yourself, you know what, man, I'm going to push through. And you actually push through, that's when you see the most results, right? And also increase exactly what I was saying, increase the intensity over the weeks so that you actually get stronger. You get what I'm saying? Now, next, we're going to talk about sharpening the process, right? And that's something that most of you guys really mess up with, right? You have to understand discipline is like the building block of everything that we've talked about, right? If you follow every single step that I told you before, but you don't actually have the discipline to stick to it, all doesn't matter. All doesn't matter, right? You have to have discipline. It's literally the building block to accomplish every single goal that you want. I found on the internet like discipline is a bridge between goals and your accomplishments, and that's very true. That's very true, especially if it's on your physique, right? You have to make decisions for your future self, even though you don't feel like it right now. But you have to look at it from a standpoint where it's like, okay, now what can I do to be proud of myself later on? To not regret what I'm doing right now, right? What can you do? Taking that diet seriously and taking your nutrition seriously, taking your physics seriously, training intensively is going to make you feel proud of yourself later on. So you have to make decisions for your future self, not for the current you, right? Because if you work out today, you're not going to see the benefits today, right? It's going to be the benefit for your future self. Therefore, you have to make decisions based on who you want to be, not on who you are today. Does that make sense? And you have to follow the plan that you created for yourself, even though you don't feel like it. That's how you're going to see results. Because some days you're not going to feel like it. Some days you're not going to feel like working out. Some days you're not going to feel like, eating that food, man. Even though it's good for you, you know it's going to help you get jacked. You don't feel like it, man. But you still have to push through, right? And that's how you can see the most results on the days that you don't feel like it. And eventually, what will happen, you keep building that discipline, you keep getting better, and eventually, bro, it's going to be automatic. You just wake up and just do the push ups, you just eat properly, right? I'm at this point now. I just wake up, I just do without even thinking. I just do. And when you get to that point, it becomes so much easier. So much easier. And I'm not the type of genius. You can make it happen for yourself too. But the first few weeks are going to be the hardest, but eventually you're going to get it, kicking that discipline, learn, and get better, bro. I promise you. All right. Next, training and eating for longevity. Right. I see many guys, like I told you, they come in 3 months in the road, 3 months in the line, they're really locked in, they got it, they understand macros, they really push through. But after a couple months, after a couple weeks, they fall off, right? Why? Because you don't train progressively and you don't actually see the results. And the best way to see results is by training and eating progressively. You don't want to come in and tell yourself, you know what? I want to get jacked. I'm going to eat 6 meals a day, every single day. And you start eating the 6 meals for 1 week. But after, bro, 6 meals, sustaining 6 meals is super hard, right? And if you're out there putting big goals, it's okay to put big goals, but it has to be inputs goals that you actually can measure, right? Okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But not like I'm going to put 50 pounds in a week. Bro, you're not going to get the things that you want. It has to be progressively. You have to go from literally this week. Right now, I'm eating 2 meals a day. Okay, let me try to eat 2.5 meals this week. And then, okay, next we move to three. And next we move to four. And on and on and on till you actually satisfied with the outcomes. But don't just come on 1 week and try to eat all this food. It's not going to work. It's not going to be longevity, right? After a week, after 2 weeks, you're going to feel super tired. You're not going to feel fulfilled because you're out there forcing the world to give you things. Relax and do it progressively, right? It's going to take time. Be patient and do the things progressively. You're going to still see results anyway. Just have to be patient. You got it, bro. Okay. And you also need to build your diet to with time, right? Based on the food that you like, you're not going to like get results like this, and you're not going to enjoy the diet directly like this. It's going to take time for you to try this. Okay, you know what? I tried this. I tried to make my own version. I didn't really enjoy it. It wasn't really good. Let me try this. And then you try this and you try that, you try that. And based on everything that you try, now you have the perfect diet plan, right? but it's not going to be super like directly you already know the diet plan. No, it's going to take time. You're going to try and error. You have to be willing to stick to and really learn from the mistakes that you made in the past. It's very important. And you need to understand that it's okay. It's okay to not feel like following your diet or working out, but it's not okay to let it stop you. And every single day, it doesn't matter if it's been 3 months you've been working out, 6 months you've been working out. Nobody cares, right? What matters is that you don't let it stop you and you still show up for yourself, even on days where you don't feel like it. Okay. So the stay at home Jack method is a proven system that has helped me achieve my dream physique, even though I was training at home, eating the food I enjoyed, and even my clients have proven how effective it helps you to regain and master your body weight and have that confidence and look like a fucking superhero. Look at this guy, man. Went from skinny to looking like this, right? You can make it happen for yourself too, bro. Now that you understand the process and how it usually works, how I just laid it out for you, the diet, the training, and everything, right? I have enough for you, right? If you're someone that is low confidence, you're weak, and you're tired of of not having the physique that you want, and you're ready to look amazing even when you're taking your shirt off, right? And you want to get stronger, you want to become more confident, and you're ready to become jacked at home while eating the food that you enjoy, I want you to go over and click the link in my bio and apply actually for a coaching call with me. I'm going to tell you exactly how I can help you achieve the best results for yourself while training at home, while eating the food that you actually enjoy. Or you can also DM me the word jacked on my Instagram, and I'm going to talk to you and see if you're actually a great fit for the program. And I'll see if you're actually a great fit, and I'll see if I can actually help you. Because there are many guys I can't really help. It depends on your specific case. But I will create a personalized program and personalized diet, help you with the diet, help you with the workouts to make sure that you see results in the long run. Just like my clients right there, right? Just like my clients right there. You can really make it happen for yourself if you stick to it and if you're very disciplined. So it really depends on you. And I'll see if I can actually help you. With that being said, that's it for the video today. Thank you guys for watching and see you on the call, man. Peace. All right.